everyone, this is Joe from What I'm Playing Now, and we're back here live at Origins 2018. I'm here with Ian, Travis. We are at the Queen Games booth today, and they're going to be showing us a bunch of games. So I think one of the first things we're going to talk about is Luxor.
Yep, we're going to
Spiel
talk about
nominee.
Luxor. It is a Spiel nominee. Hopefully soon to be a Spiel winner. This is from a great designer, Rudiger Dorn. It's a game that'll be out here in August, and it's out in Germany now. The Kickstarter guys will get it shipped out in July, so let's talk about the game.
Okay.
It's a pretty easy family weight game, which is, of course, one of the reasons it's nominated for the Spiel Award. We have a team of adventurers who are going to make their way into the pyramid at Luxor, stopping to collect treasures and relics along the way, and make their way eventually to the burial chamber at the center. It's a little bit of a race game, but it's a race game that you don't really need to win the race to win, as long as you're participating in the race. If you're picking stuff up along the way, maybe you're doing better than the guy that's in a hurry, and so it's got multiple avenues to be able to
Stand the box up so everybody can see it.
Multiple avenues to be able to achieve what you want to do. So the core of it is we've got two adventurers that start on the steps. I'm going to have a hand of 5 cards.
Okay.
They are 1 through 5. There's a dice on there where you roll a die, and there's a +1, -1 card. Out of my 5 cards, I can play either my leftmost card or my rightmost card.
Okay.
I play it down. I'm going to move one of my adventurers that far. The space I land on, if I'm eligible to complete an action there, I will. Like some of the relics and treasures, they require 1 adventure. If I have 1 adventure there, I can take it. Some of them will require 2 or maybe 3, so I'm going to need to get more guys there before I can actually take that action. Some of the other actions are just stop, take an action. After I'm done, I'm going to have 4 cards. So I'm going to draw a new card and put it right in the middle of the 4.
Oh,
so it's
interesting.
Push the other cards out.
Gotcha.
So if I really want to get to that card, I need to play these to move it out. And then play's going to go around, right? So as we play, we're going to pick up more relics. There are some tiles there that let you pick up the advanced cards. They're the horse cards. They do things like move 1 to 5, or move all of my adventurers 2 spaces, or catch up my last place guy to my next guy, or claim tiles with 1 less adventure.
Okay.
So they're much better. There's 3 levels of those. The 1s are better than the base, the 2s are better than the 1s, and so on.
Keeps increasing. Okay.
Yeah, and after I play one of those, I put it in the discard pile, and you might be able to draw it, so you don't even have to get it. So the game kind of escalates by integrating those into the game as they're claimed.
All right.
Somebody gets to the end. That's the first guy. He's going to need a key to get into the burial chamber. He picks that up along the way. He also has to play a card that lets him move exactly what he needs. He gets in, he gets a bonus. It's a sarcophagus, it's 5 points bonus. The second adventurer in gets a 3-point, and that'll be the last turn. More can get in, but that'll be the last turn. After that, we're going to score. We score for how far you got into the temple. The wall all the way in has values on the wall.
Okay.
So the further you got, the more your guy will score. Some of them are 0, though. You got to kind of watch out for that pitfall. If you stop on a space as 0, it's not going to score. I mean, you move 1 more, 1 less, you would have, but...
Right,
so
after, spaces will count.
Oh, yeah, right. So after we score that, then we're going to score any keys you didn't use are worth a point. Then we're going to score our sets. We've got sets of treasures. There's 3 types. 1 of each is a full set. Okay. So the full set is worth a certain number of points, and the more sets you have, the more they're going to be worth.
All right. How many players and what's the time like?
Plays 2 to 4, and I'd say first time you're going to play in about 45. All right. And then after that, you're going to play 30 to 40.
All right. That's not bad.
One of the things that's exciting, so if you're not familiar with Queen Games, how we do things, we release a lot of modular expansions. We love, making a base game. And then having modular expansions, you're going to increase the complexity and the different things you can do. So we got that with this too. We got 3 Queenies. So a Queenie is somewhere between a full expansion and a promo. It's just like an expansion module. Right. So we've got 3 that are going to raise the game from like a family level, a modern Spiel, level game, which is aimed at German families, into more of like a light medium game that's aimed more at gamers. So things like complete sideboards, ways to get special abilities. So it's going to be nice because you can have kind of 2 games in your collection. You can have a game that's great for a family or for maybe for new gamers. And then you have a game that's going to be, a little bit meatier. Right, for people that play lots of hobby games.
Great. Sounds great. Luxor. All right. Hopefully this one can win the Spiel for you guys. That'd be outstanding.
Great. Wouldn't mind. We're thrilled to be nominated, but that would be...
All right. What do we have next, gentlemen?
All right, so
we have
got
franchise.
We got franchise. So
All right, here we go. Franchise.
So the next year are going to be our Essen releases, and so all of them are coming to Kickstarter in August. And then that way, if you aren't going to Essen, if you don't have the money for a plane ticket, if you're not in Germany, you can get them at the same time as the Essen people are getting them. So the first one we got here is Franchise. Franchise is a re-release of a 1998 Rio Grande Euro called Medieval Merchant.
Okay.
So the first thing we've done to it is we've updated the look. So we've got Ian O'Toole doing the artwork. He's done Lisboa, Nemo's War, a couple big titles recently.
Which look very well as well. I mean, so
yeah,
that's a good guy to have with you.
Right. And so it's an all-new look. It took it from a kind of a bland-looking Euro with the board-looking guy on the front to a really, it's a great look. It's a really clean graphic design. What Medieval Merchant was, so franchise, is kind of like Power Grid without the auctions. So it's doubled down on the network building of a game like Power Grid, but instead of the auction, you've got an area majority scoring. So you're trying to connect your fast food franchise into different cities, and then when you get there, you're going to get some money, but you need to fill the cities in order to score points. But the more franchises that go to city, the lower your income is. So it's kind of got that switch moment where you're trying to connect all the places, get some money, and then flip over to fill up the cities, get the majority, and score all the points.
Interesting.
Plays at right about 90 minutes. I could teach it and have people play in 90 minutes, an hour and a half. Not too hard. I can explain it in 5-10 minutes. That's it.
That's nice.
Plays 2 to 5 players.
Okay, cool.
Probably sweet spot is right in that 3 to 5 or probably 4 player range is its best. It's about 90% done. We got a pre-production copy here, and then it'll be hitting Kickstarter in August, a couple months.
Excellent. Great. All right, that was Franchise. So like Ian said, that one's hitting Kickstarter. What do we want to talk about next, gentlemen?
So we have 2 other games that'll be on that same Kickstarter. It will be one Kickstarter with all 3 games.
Okay.
Those 2 games are Bastille and Skylands. I'm going to let Ian tell you a little most of. I'll let Ian talk about Bastille. I'll talk about Skylands a little bit. He's been working on the translation of the rules, so he knows a little more. So with Skylands, it's a port of a Japanese game that was called King of Frontier, right? So it's essentially a tile placement game that has an action selection similar to Puerto Rico, where you're going to select it. Everybody's going to do the action, but you're going to have sort of an advanced version of the action. Plays in about 45 minutes or so. The designers' names are what, Ian?
It's Aya and Shunanaya Taguchi. Yeah, I got to look it up. And they're from Japan.
Thank God you did that, not me.
Right. So that's Skylands, and Ian can tell you about Bastille.
All right, Bastille.
Right, so franchise is kind of our medium weight Euro. Skylands is kind of our light Euro game.
All right.
Bastille is right in the middle, right about a 60-minute Euro game. It's by Christoph Baer, which he's done a couple of smaller German card games. This is his first big release. And it is so it's the eve of the French Revolution, and you are trying to be the faction that has that's best set up for the revolution when it begins. So the map is going to be a map of Paris split into 7 regions, and it's a tile bidding game. So you got a hand of influence tiles. You're going to take one, you're going to put it into one of the regions on the board, and there's going to be an action on it, and the strength is going to be equal to the influence tile you place. So you go to the bank, you put a 2 down, you're going to get $2. At the end of the round, you're going to look at each region, and there's going to be a bonus based upon who had the most in that region. So one of the regions, for instance, if you have put the most, will let you upgrade your tiles into better tiles. And so you're having a balance between getting the actions you want, but also winning the right regions to try to get better things to set you up for the long game. Plays it around the 60-minute mark, 2 to 4 players.
Okay, excellent. All right, so you guys have covered your games. Let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
Name of the show is What I'm Playing Now. What have you been playing lately? What's been hitting your table at home? Or at your game?
So I tried to play, I made sure I played The Mind. I'd played Azul before, because those are the games we're nominated against.
Yep.
So I played those. I played, what's the Mayfair game? Riverboat, is that what it's called? Yeah, Riverboat. I really liked that. That was very good. I guess that's what I've played lately.
All right. Ian, what about you? What have you been playing? What's
Been
been
going
hitting
through
your
a
table?
Charterstone campaign.
Wife and I finished it.
Finished.
My wife and I chomped through that thing.
All right, so I played a 5-player game.
Okay.
Just finished game 10, so got 2 more to go.
Okay.
It's been neat. I think I wish it were about 2 games shorter.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple people.
Because I think you get some really nice reveals as you go.
Right.
And by the end, the boxes get to be a little less exciting because you've seen them a little bit. But it's a really neat system. It doesn't have the really strong story that you get in like a game like a Pandemic Legacy.
Right.
But here's what I wish that I had this game when I was in college, when I was just playing Catan all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because we sat this game down. 2 of the 5 people are newer gamers.
Okay.
So you get it. They never heard of a worker placement game. So you sit down, you got a basic game, and every 2 weeks we're getting to play, and they're getting to see a little bit more. So it's great if you have like some family members that you wanted to teach how to play Euros, but you didn't want to, but they don't want to learn a new game every time you sit down. I think something like Charterstone is perfect for them. You can sit down and you can kind of get some more complexity as you go.
And I think it does ramp up nicely. I mean, it starts out very, very basic. I mean, when we started playing it, we were like, this is really easy. But then when you get towards like games 9 and 10 and everything, there's some complexity added to the game, and it's really beefed itself up nicely. So, all right.
What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? My wife and I have been playing Noria from Stronghold Games. We've also
wheels.
Yes, we had to try that. I've actually been running through a solo 7th Continent, which I've been spending some time with, which I've actually really been enjoying. So those have probably been 2 of the bigger things that we've been playing lately. So, all right, guys. Hey, it was great meeting you. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me.
Absolutely.
We'll be back later with some more stuff here at Origins 2018 Live. Everybody have a great one, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.